All right. One of the newest members of the Owen Sound Attack, Cedrick Guindon, joins me right now. Cedrick, it's really nice to be able to chat again. I know things are still kind of crazy right now, but how are things going on your end?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to see you again. On my end, just holding in there and keep doing what I got to do to get ready for the season. But everything's fine, and yeah, just ready.
Awesome. Love hearing that. We're not there yet, but we're coming up on a year since you were selected by the Attack, 10th overall at the 2020 OHL Priority Selection. And I remember speaking to you shortly after, and your excitement was through the roof. Those were
Yeah,
your words.
yeah.
Is your excitement still through the roof?
Yes, it is. Obviously having a big stretch of since the last OHL game I was played in the draft, and I've had a long of time to get ready physically and mentally for the season. I know it's not been started yet, but my excitement didn't change, right? And I think it just keeps building up more and more as we get closer to getting going. So worked really hard. I'm still pumped to see the guys up in Owen Sound and get playing, but no, just keep doing what I've been doing since the break, and I'm still excited.
Now, you describe yourself as a creative offensive playmaker. You can play a 200-foot game, but you're also focused on improving, your all-around game and working on the little details. I was wondering if you could just provide some insight into how you've been able to take advantage of this extended off season.
Well, I mean, I was fortunate enough to be in Rockland, where the CCHL, the Junior A League, is still ongoing right now. So I'd say from November till now, except the Christmas break and obviously lockdowns, I've been able to play some games and get more team practice atmosphere. So obviously in the summer, I worked on skills, training, all that stuff. But now having the chance to play some real games, controlled scrimmages, it helped me just, try to be a step ahead of other guys that didn't necessarily have the chance to play games and stuff. So obviously it gets the mind going. It just gets the legs and everything, the cardio. It's so much different off the ice and on the ice. So game situation is a whole another level. So I consider myself really fortunate to play these games, and hopefully we can just transition to the OHL soon.
I guess it gives you the opportunity to kind of get used to playing with some older guys as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's not body contact, but it's still hockey, right? It's the best we can do right now, and we'll just take it.
Awesome. Well, speaking of the Rockland Nationals, just kind of backtracking a bit. Now, you were named the Heo Player of the Year following an impressive 59 points in 41 games. What was it like to get that kind of recognition heading into your OHL draft? And just maybe a few words on how special that season was.
Yeah, obviously coming in this season, it's the U18 league. There's 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and 18-year-olds. So there's 3 different group age, and it's really weird as everybody's they're all different maturely, right? They're all so for me coming in this season, I was just trying to make a name for myself. Not having the chance to play against guys my own age in Toronto, it's a bit harder, but at the same time, I've had a lot of good opportunities in Rockland to make a name of myself. So having that award and having the season I had was really cool. But I think overall, the bigger picture, we were one of the best teams in the league, and I think coming into playoff, we could have done even better. But unfortunately, COVID hit. So I think, yeah, the award, it's really cool having it. But overall, the team was just great. All the players that they helped me get to there. So there's a lot of more people included in that, except for me. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, growing up in the Ottawa area, I'm sure you attended your fair share of Ottawa 67s games and Ottawa Senators games. I'm just wondering how special it feels, I guess, to kind of come full circle. Now you're going to be playing in the OHL. You're going to be playing in that same arena where you kind of grew up watching OHL games. How does that feel?
No, it's another feeling, right? It's something you don't expect. I went to so many 67s games as a kid, especially my aunt had season tickets for 67s and the Ottawa Senators. So I was always up there with her. And I've had the chance to watch like guys like Cody Ceci play back then when he was with Ottawa. So I'd follow these guys around. Even if I wasn't at the games, I made sure to look at the scores and all that stuff. And now being in the league, right? It's really cool. Like, it's something you don't expect as a kid, and you work for it, and then hard work pays off, right? So no, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine Cody Ceci was a nice guy to look up to, being a hometown guy as well, right? Exactly. All right. Well, when it comes to your on-ice skills, I mean, you've listed your skating, your deceptive shot, and your ability to make plays as some of your top attributes. You've been in contact with the team all these months, and you know what GM Dale DeGray is looking for in terms of the team he's trying to build. How do you fit in with that, and how do you feel you'll be able to make the biggest impact in Owen Sound?
Well, I think we're going to have a younger core team, but we still have those good vets like Mark Woolley and Popov and, all those guys. So I think coming in the team, I just got to play my game, right? I got to make sure I bring everything I got, work hard on and off the ice. And I think my more skilled and fast-paced game is going to fit in great with the team, just as I can, we're going to be younger. We're going to be a fast team. So it's just going to be a perfect fit for me, I find. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
You've also made mention of your leadership skills and your character. What makes you a good leader?
I think I lead by example. I'm not the loudest guy in the room. I just try to be the first guy on the ice in practice and be the last guy to come off the ice. I try to get the most work in I can get in practice, just outwork everybody. And I think that just sets an example for the rest of the guys on the team, right? So no matter what, if I'm a 16-year-old or a 20-year-old, I try to bring that attitude everywhere I go. So I think that's the type of leader I am. I stay disciplined too on and off the ice. I try to just be a role model for everyone.
Now, what has the communication been like with the team? Have you guys been meeting regularly on Zoom? How are you guys kind of maintaining that team bond, which I imagine is a little bit of a challenge right now? But yeah, maybe you can speak to how you guys have been keeping in touch and how you've been getting to know your teammates.
Well, for me, I was fortunate enough to have Lesage, Lawrence, and Nolan Seed that are from Ottawa. So throughout the summer, I had the chance to go on the ice with them and get to know them better. But team-wise, we had those Zoom calls pretty often. And we also had our group chats going where we could just chat and keep up. I know Joey Hishin did a good job of getting the guys to meet up regularly on Zoom. And, it just got the guys to get to know each other and just get that, excitement and all the waiting, all the stress in our heads away. So it was pretty cool.
Great. Well, that's kind of a nice lead into my next question. I've been asking everyone if they've really taken to a particular teammate virtually over this time, or if there's someone you've developed a close friendship with. You've listed quite a few names of guys that you're excited to get to learn from, or who you've gotten to know in person.
Yeah. Well, for me, obviously the Ottawa boys, I got the chance to skate with them, but Denny Gore, last year's first round pick, we had a lot of common, and he was there for me for questions and all that stuff, especially right off the bat when I got drafted. But then I also got a couple of guys like Nick Chenard and stuff, all the other draft picks like Gavin Bryant, Madden Steen, and Oki Tundu, where we're all playing video games together. So, we're playing some Fortnite, some NHL together. So that got us going too. But overall, the team, I think, I got a good bond with Denny, Nick, and even Mark Woolley. We share the same agency. So we got the chance. And he's obviously a great guy to go ask questions to because he has so much experience. So, but overall, there's so many great guys.
Safe to say you're settling in really well.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really awesome to hear. Now, is there somebody or more than one person, I'm assuming, but who would you say you're most excited to be able to learn from when you guys finally hit the ice as a team?
You know what? I think we have such a great leadership in our team. Aiden Dudas leaving the team probably is not it's a big piece missing to the team, but we have such a good core of guys going back up. So it's I can't name one particular guy, but I'm sure that we're going to be such a tight core and everything. So I'm just looking forward to learn from the older guys.
Awesome. That's a great answer. And I know I kind of put you on the spot a bit. It's hard to pick one player, and don't want to single anyone out, especially when you've developed a friendship with, a good chunk of the team. That's really great to hear. Okay, well, I'll flip the switch a bit. And I know you're buddies with a lot of the guys that went in the first round this past April. So who would you say you are most excited to play against?
Oh, that's a good one. I know David Goyette. He went 11th overall to Sudbury. We played together, minor, major Bantam, and even before that in spring hockey. And he's one of my closest buddies. So it's going to be so fun competing against each other. But also, I'd say, there's a couple Ottawa boys like Jordan Donovan, Zach Lavoie, Jonathan Maley, Ben Pujol. They're all top picks where it's going to be excited to see them in different uniforms than when we played against each other as kids. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of Ottawa guys this year, aren't there? Yeah, I was just thinking that to myself as well. All right. Well, you kind of spoke earlier to all the steps you've been taking to prepare both on and off the ice. But looking at those steps, what would you say are the biggest ones you've been taking to really get ready for your rookie OHL season, both mentally and physically?
I think a big focus for me was to make the jump physically. And obviously all the guys going in the off season, they try to gain weight, right? But for me, it was more to get adjusted to that speed. So I was fortunate enough to train at FitQuest with Chris Schwartz, great guy. And, we focused a lot on gaining weight, but getting adjusted to that weight and being able to move twice as fast while gaining weight. So, and also mentally just holding in there. It sounds stupid, but being not playing any games and not active with the team gets to you, and being away from game situations, it affects you. But I think just the mental side of the game, just focusing on stuff on your own in practice, all the different drills you can work on to help get ready, huge difference. So for me, it was pretty much just trying to get twice as fast, twice as heavy, and at the same time keep the flow going.
Awesome. Definitely love your enthusiasm, Cedrick. Let's give Attack fans more of a chance to kind of get to know you a little better with some fun questions. Sound good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Awesome. All right. So right off the bat, we'll backtrack again to your season last year, being named Heo Player of the Year. What was your favorite minor hockey memory? Maybe not just last year, but in general.
Yeah, for me, that's an easy one. And I think the other Team Canada guys said it as well. But the Youth Olympics in Lausanne, it's a no-brainer. Winning bronze medal, playing with such a good team and so many good friends in that team that I've made. I think it's just an experience I'll never forget. So that's a no-brainer. But obviously, playing with Rockland Nats and the Eastern Ontario Wild, I've built up a lot of great memories with tournaments and stuff. So, but I'd say Team Canada Youth Olympics, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's an experience. It's pretty hard to beat, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, on the legs of that last question, who has been your favorite minor hockey coach?
Oh, that's for me, I've had so many great coaches, and I was fortunate enough to have a taste from all different coaches. But I got to give a shout out to Darren Prue, which was the first coach to open up my eyes to the game to a very young age. And he's a good family friend of mine. And I keep reminding him he's done such a good job to help me be the player I am today. And then also Brian Maley, who is Jonathan Maley's dad. We live 5 minutes away from each other, and he's the type of guy that helped me get so many good opportunities in spring hockey. All that power skating, all those shooting clinics. He was the guy that would include me in all of those because my dad knew nothing about hockey. So he kind of took over from my dad and helped me get that done. So, but like I said, I had so many different good coaches but I think those two just stick out.
Awesome. Really, really nice words. I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to go to Owen Sound yet, but I'm sure you've heard a lot of great things from all your teammates. What excites you most about playing and living in Owen Sound?
Well, there's so many good guys in the team that I've had the chance to talk to. The coaching staff and the whole organization is really great. So, but on the city-wise of Owen Sound, I think it's a really similar town to where I live right now in Rockland. Right by the water, lower population, but a really close fan base. I think it's going to be great playing in that rink where all the fans are going to be cheering us. Maybe not this year because of everything going on, but having the chance to be in a closer and tighter community is going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Awesome. Yeah, that good sense of community is definitely such a special part about being an OHL player, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. Well, we kind of touched on this a bit already, but in your own words, I was hoping you could describe yourself as a player.
Yeah, I think I'm just, an offensive playmaker. I like to create plays and just get the flow going in the offensive zone. But at the same time, I try to bring my part in the D zone and, play a 200-foot game. So all around, I just try to bring a lot of intensity and just bring a lot of flow to the offensive game.
Perfect. Now, what is your nickname and is there a story behind it at all?
The most common one is just Ced or Cedi because it's obviously short for Cedrick. But I've had, since I was young, so many kids and parents have called me Sid, short for Sid the Kid. It's kind of similar to Ced. So as a youngster, they always looked up to Sidney Crosby, obviously, and they just call me Sid for no reason. And ever since that, all the people, like I'd say my closer friends from school and family friends, they all call me Sid, and that stuck to me. But the most common one with the boys is just Ced or Cedi.
Definitely the go-to.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a pre-game ritual?
Yeah, I'm probably one of the most superstitious guy in my team for the past 5 years. And I don't like to say them, but a little bit of my routine is just, it comes from the day before, right? Just make sure to get a good night's sleep. And then on game days, I just have so many little things that I do, whether it's the outfit I put on, the way I put my hair, the playlist I put, taping my sticks at the rink, always black tape too. So there's just so many different little things I do to make sure that they build up to a routine. And I'm a strong believer that a good routine before every game and having the same one just it helps me play good every game.
Now, are you superstitious about that playlist that you mentioned? Are you very particular about the kind of music you listen to? And are you the guy in the locker room who picks the music?
Yeah, so I always have my go-to songs and playlists. I'm a big rock guy. I like to listen to hard rock and old classic rock. So meaning leading on to, I'm never the guy that has the aux cord in the room, just because I don't think there's more than two guys in the team that listens to rock music. So it's always rap and EDM or whatever these days. And I just try to listen to music that gets me pumping. I'll listen to whatever's in the room, but I'll try to bring my own AirPods to the room just to get me going.
Well, I definitely have time for classic rock, but maybe I'm just showing my age a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Which OHL road arena are you most looking forward to playing in?
Well, playing in Ottawa is going to be something else because I grew up from close to here and I have so many family and friends here. I think it's going to be just something really special to play in front of my hometown. And I know it's a little while from Owen Sound, but I know all my family and friends are going to come up to see me. So it's going to be great.
And thinking back to all those days growing up watching the 67s play, Is there a series or a particular game or a memory that really stands out to you?
For me, that's way back, but I just remember 67s playing Sault Ste. Marie. It wasn't even a playoff game, I think just a regular season game. And that was the first game that shook me because I think it ended like it was a really high scoring game and it went to a shootout. And that was probably one of the most exciting games I've ever seen in my life, just because there was so many scoring guys putting pucks in, hits and everything. And that's when I opened my eyes and realized, wow, the OHL is, it's really great league and it's really great hockey. So I just remember that game like it's yesterday, and it just stuck to me till now. So it's for sure opened my eyes on how the OHL is.
Awesome. That's a great memory. Which NHL player would you say you model your game after?
I try to model my game after guys like Jonathan Drouin or Johnny Gaudreau, like smaller players that's, they play a high-paced game and try to get plays going in the O-zone. I just watch so many games that there's so many different players that bring different style of games, but I'd say for sure the smaller type of play is my type of game. And, I just try to get some shots and some passes going. So Jonathan Drouin and Johnny Gaudreau, I think they're probably two of the best to play like that.
All right. And I do have one last question that I've kind of been dying to ask. You're a musician. I believe you're a drummer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, with all this spare time and all this time spent inside, have you been able to really work on your music?
Yeah, I've been able to make a lot of noise at home. Unfortunately for my neighbors and my family, but having all that extra time felt really good. Just having time to do other stuff besides hockey and training. So I've had the chance to jam up in the house and make some noise, and it's pretty fun.
And I mean, so many people have taken up new hobbies during the pandemic. You've kind of explored a couple other instruments as well, right?
Yeah, I've picked up on guitar a while ago, but I've really gone better throughout this pandemic, and also piano. I've got a keyboard for Christmas, and honestly, that's what I've been repping around the house lately. So I've had the chance to get that done too.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad you've been able to stay creative.
Yeah.
Super important during these times. All right. Well, thank you so much, Cedrick. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. Really hope you're keeping well, staying safe and healthy. And really enjoyed our chat.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You take care as well.
Thank you. That's Cedrick Guindon, the newest member of the Owen Sound Attack and the 10th overall pick at the 2020 OHL Priority Selection.